Welcome back to Wednesday Night Zombie Fever. You're listening to Steph, Rach and Bridget on 2BACR 100.9 FM. So, we're all sick of them. The political ads.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry, that's not what we're doing first.
We're very sick of them.
I thought we were doing casting.
Sorry, I've got political ads written down here. Actually, no, I've got casting choices written down here first.
Yeah.
So, political ads.
Political.
Okay, yep, so the election wraps up this
Thank
Saturday.
God. Thank
Yes. I cannot wait.
So we might do another bit of a wrap-up just to recap for anybody who hasn't heard
Who
by
won.
next Wednesday, just to
Yeah.
tell everyone who the new government is,
But,
since we're
Yeah.
going to be a little late on Wednesday.
this week we'll be talking about the ads.
Yep.
And-
We've all seen them.
And they're
And
all
heard them.
horrible. Well, a couple of them are okay, but most of them are horrible.
Well, there's two brands of political ads, right? There's the positive ones that are basically a candidate or a party talking about themselves and their policies.
Yeah, which are
and
the ones
then,
I don't mind.
yeah,
And
and
then
then
they're
there's
the few.
Yeah.
the slander.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we want to call them slander. It might be slander to call them slander, but it's the negative
The
ones.
negative ads, which I think
Yes.
is really,
Yeah.
really dumb. I don't think, I think it makes the party making the ad look dumb,
Yeah.
as well as the other people making
It
it
makes them look really petty
It really does. And I think,
and transparent.
if you're going to be in government, maybe you should be a little bit above that.
Yeah, who would you say has the worst... I mean, okay, both parties. I think
Both parties
everyone...
have run a negative campaign.
I think everyone can agree that both parties have had those ads that attack another party.
Yeah.
Which would you say? Which party do you think has sunken lower? Because I think Labor has sunken
Labor.
lower with their ads.
Well, I have...
Because they've
problem
had
is,
really
right,
personal.
Labour is
Attacks.
just going all out. That's the only
Yeah.
ones I hear all day on the radio
Well,
are
the
Labour.
only ones I ever hear are Liberal ones. The ones I
Really?
see on TV, Liberal, this campaign, Liberal has twice as many ads as Labor do. Like, every second ad on TV is a Liberal ad.
Every ad that I've heard today on the radio is Labour.
I've seen a handful of Labor ones, and I've just seen, like, on TV, it's just filled with Liberal ads.
I haven't watched any TV.
Those ones where, like, Captain Chaos returns for, like, Kevin Rudd. Yeah. They call him Captain Chaos.
I keep seeing or hearing in the radio those Labor ads that are Tony Abbott stumbling over a question, or basically just about to answer a question,
Yeah. See, that's
saying and then they just, what about me, Tony Abbott? What's that? You hate children, Tony Abbott? It just really reminds me of that episode of The Simpsons where Homer peels the gummy Venus de Milo of that girl, and then goes on the show Rock Bottom, and they edit everything.
Yeah.
And like, I can't stop thinking about it. Sweet can. I want to think about it. Sweet can.
I
And it
grab
just-
her, sweet can, yes.
yeah. And it's just so poorly edited. And, then you've got the guy, Godfrey Jones
Yes.
from Rock Bottom, going, no, Homer, what are you doing? No, Mr. Simpson. And it makes it look like he's attacking him, but it's just really poorly edited.
But
so
I was
it's so cheap.
I was listening to the radio this morning, and it's not really about... Well, the guy from, I think it's Gruen Nation now, Gruen Planet or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He was actually talking about this morning. And he was saying about that the Liberals do have double the ads that Labor has this election. Because last election, it was like 50-50. This time around, the Liberals have just gone all out with their ad campaign. And you see it even with the local members. Like, their posters and stuff are everywhere. More than I think I've ever seen before. Which, every time I see one, I just roll my eyes. I'm like, I'm just sick of it. I really don't want to see it anymore. And I'll be really glad when I don't have to. I just want to, like, go overseas for, like, a month before the election and then come back. And
The
just
election
vote.
campaign is basically a month, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd miss out on the whole thing.
That is good. It's not like it runs for, like, a year and I have to,
Yeah, we're not America,
yeah.
which runs for ages.
They're already talking about the next,
Yeah.
They're already talking about their next election.
and they just had one.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
And we're not American.
So, you've obviously got, the positive ones and the negative ones. You've got the radio, the television. It really is everywhere because people have only had 4 months.
Actually, do you know what the ones...
4 weeks.
The only ones I've heard on the radio, actually, because I don't really... Besides, this show, I don't really listen to much radio, but the only ones I've heard on the radio are the Palmer United ones.
Yeah, the third party is getting their... That's kind of, yeah. Palmer United, there's actually a really bad third party ad. It's an ad that says... It's a picture of a child that says, I want my mum and dad, and the caption is something about gay marriage that, you know, support traditional marriage. And apparently it's been doing the rounds on the internet, and everybody thinks it's a Liberal ad, and the caption's like, this person has posted underneath the photo, look at the lengths that Liberal will stoop to, you know, be anti-gay or whatever. But it's actually for the Christian Democrats, or is it Family First or something?
I heard this really, what I thought was a really bad ad, and I thought it was a Liberal ad. But it's because he mentions Kevin Rudd, and I'm like, oh, it's another Liberal ad. But it was...
Who else in the
Clive
political
Palmer.
sphere has a reason to mention Kevin Rudd other than the Liberal Party?
But these other ads I've heard are like Labour or Liberal ads. So I'm like, oh, somebody's, you know, talking about Kevin Rudd. It must be Labour. Sorry, Liberal. Or talking badly about Kevin Rudd. And it was Clive Palmer. So I'm like, oh, okay, not them then.
I've only seen a sign for Vote Clive Palmer.
Did you get the DVD?
With the Titanic 2 thing?
Yeah, he's like Letterboxd dropped a whole bunch of these DVDs.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think my mum would have mentioned it. She's really big on politics, which is surprising to me, and she calls Kevin Rudd Wreck-It Rudd.
That's the best thing ever.
It's really Captain Gale.
I'm even like imagining his face on like the Wreck-It Ralph thing now.
She's like, you're going to vote for Wreck-It Rudd? And I'm like, no.
I really don't know who I'm going to vote for.
Clive Titanic 2 Palmer?
No, I'm going to go to the Pirate Party or the Bullet Train Party.
But what about
One
the sex
Nation?
shooting coke?
Our own party.
Our own party. Well, let us know what you think of election advertising. We are going to leave you with this really bright hope for the future. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m, is the official blackout of election advertising.
Yeah.
I love blackouts.
They're not allowed to advertise within 48 hours of the close of polls. So you've only got a few more hours to savour
All those
all the
great
election
ads.
Turn off your TV and turn off the radio.
No, don't turn off the radio.
Until 6
No,
p.m.
you don't turn off the radio.
Not yet, not yet.
And just remember, on your local community station, strictly no political advertising. No
Yeah.
advertising whatsoever.
So if you don't want to hear advertising for the election,
yeah.
to be young.
If you
Keep it on
want
here.
to drive to work in the morning without any interruption from advertising, you can listen to Breakfast with Rachel on 2BACR 100.9 AM. Sorry, 100.9 FM from 7 to 9 AM on Monday and Tuesday.